My moustache. I need to wax. Hey babes, welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and if you're new, hey. As you can see from the title, today's video is a flawless makeup with no foundation, full beat with no foundation, full face with no foundation. The point is, there's no foundation. So yeah, there's no foundation, but you still wanna be. Now, maybe you don't like foundation at all, or you haven't found your shade, or you're just not in the mood, or you just don't want to wear foundation that day, then this video is for you. Especially if you have acne scars, blemishes, hyperpigmentation, anything that you want to cover up but foundation is not really an option, then this is definitely the video for you. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, obviously. Turn on your post notifications, obviously. Like the video, obviously. And yeah, so let's just get right into the video. Now, when you're trying to have a full face, a flawless face, a beat face, but you don't want to wear foundation, it is harder to do if you have acne scars or blemishes or hyperpigmentation. Basically, if you don't have like clear skin, it is harder to do, but it's not impossible. If you have clear skin, it's easy to wear no foundation and still have a flawless face. If you have problematic skin, scars, blemishes, whatever the case, it is more difficult. But that's why you're watching this video. Yeah, if you have clear skin, you can obviously still follow these steps, but it'll just be a lot less. Like, there will be some things that you're not gonna follow. Okay, so first and foremost, we're gonna prime our skin, and I'm using this hydrating primer from LA Girl. I have no complaints about this primer. I have no complaints. I don't know if it's like mind-blowing, but it's definitely not bad. It's not a bad primer. So the reason we're priming is because we're not wearing a foundation, we don't have the foundation to do the work that we need. Do you know what I mean? So I usually go for a more hydrated look, and I'll wear a hydrating foundation for that. Of course, I primed before, but the foundation helps you with the end product. But now we don't have that. You still need to prime to like get you to where you want to go. Do you know what I mean? Whether you have dry skin, oily skin, you have pores, whatever the situation is, prime. Even though you're not wearing foundation, just prime. The next step I'm going to do is prime again with my DIY primer. Whether you're wearing foundation or not, it's always a good idea to prime. Like I said, just if you're going to wear some sort of makeup, it's always a good idea to prime before. Okay, so once that's done, we're going to color correct and spot conceal. Now, a color corrector should be something that's going to cancel out what you're trying to correct. So a lot of the time people use like orange, some people use green, there's purple. Your color corrector should be something that's going to cancel out the discoloration and the pigmentation. And then spot concealing is just covering up your blemishes. So your color corrector will be, I use this because it is orangey. If I use the orange one, I just feel like it'll be too orange for my skin tone. So I use this because it's got an orangey undertone, and it works to correct what I needed to correct. Now, to spot conceal, I do use the same one, but I mix it with medium beige. So now when you spot concealing, you're covering the blemishes on your face. You're covering your acne scars, and that needs to be your skin tone, especially if you're not going to wear foundation on top. If you wear foundation on top, you can get away with using a color corrector on your blemishes, but because we're not wearing foundation, we need something that's going to match our skin tone. So I am color correcting with this shade right here, the shade FAWN from LA Girl. As I said, it's got a very orange undertone, which works great as a color corrector. Then I'm going to now spot conceal. So I'm using the same FAWN, and then on top of it, I'm going to use the medium beige because that's going to give it my skin tone. Okay, so to blend out what I color corrected, I'm going to use a damp beauty sponge. This one is from Modern Dolls. So as you can see, this has done what I needed it to do. It corrected the color. It corrected the pigmentation of my under eye circles. So that is exactly what the corrector is supposed to do. Just correct. It's not supposed to like add, it's not supposed to add color or anything like that. It's just supposed to correct. So you don't want to go ahead and blend the rest of your face with a sponge, because sponges do soak up product and then it's just going to take away the coverage. It's going to take away the coverage and you're not going to get that flawless finish that you're looking for. So go in with a brush. I'm using this eyeshadow brush right here and I'm just going to do like tapping motions. If there's any excess, just like rub it off like tissue or a cloth or whatever. If you're finding that it looks like just patches of concealer all over your face, that's fine for now. I mean, try blend it out as much as you can, but if you still find that you've blended and there's patches, that's okay, because we're still gonna go in with our regular face routine. So we're still gonna go in with concealer, powder, bronzer. So it's fine for now, like don't panic. And that's why I love the LA Girl to do this type of thing, like concealing, spot correcting, because it's still, the formulation of those concealers are not matte. Like it's not a matte concealer, it's not super dewy, but it's not matte at all. It's very skin-like. So that's why I love the LA Girl concealers. Besides the coverage that they can give, the formulation I love. It looks very skin-like. It doesn't look greasy, you know? I have blended everything out, but I still need a little bit more coverage, so I'm gonna go in on the areas where I want more coverage, because again, this is a flawless face with no foundation. So we need it to be flawless. You don't want any skin peeking through, because then it's not flawless. So as you can see, it still has a very skin-like finish, not matte at all. These concealers, bomb. And then I'm going to go in with this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This has honestly very quickly become my favorite concealer. It's so thick, but it's not dry at all. It gives you so much coverage, but it is not dry. And I'm not a dry fan. Taking the same sponge and just going to blend that out. Then whatever's left over, I just bring onto my eyelid to prep for eyeshadow. To contour, I'm going to take the shade Espresso and just put on a little. I'm not trying to do the most. Yes, I'm just going to use this like brush that broke off from something. I can't remember because I can't find the brush that I would usually use, but whatever. So when blending out your contour, when it comes to no foundation, I would suggest using a brush and not a beauty sponge, because as you can see, there's product removed from this area, and that is because I went in with the sponge first, which obviously is a no. Again, beauty sponges soak up product, and it's going to soak up the product in the surrounding areas. So all the work that you've done up till this point will just be soaked up by the sponge. So I would suggest that you go in with a brush rather than a sponge. Okay, so yet again, my camera stopped recording and I don't know where it stopped. So I'm adding where I feel like I didn't get any coverage or I need a little bit more. So once that's setting, I'm gonna do my eye makeup and then I will be right back. Okay, so now that my eye makeup is done, I set my under eyes and parts of my face, but not my whole face. So now I'm just gonna go in and set my face. Now this is gonna give you, obviously it's gonna set everything in place to make sure things don't move, but it is also gonna add some coverage, just a little bit of coverage. And remember when I said that when you're blending out the spot concealing, sometimes it can look patchy, or it can look like there's areas of your face that aren't really covered. It might look blotchy. This is gonna fix that. So this is gonna blend everything together. And then I'm gonna go in with a bronzer. Adding bronzer is going to, again, add some coverage and help everything blend together, because we don't have a foundation that's helping us do that. So adding things like powder for the face, bronzer, is gonna help with the flawlessness, the full faceness, the full glamness. Yeah, it's just gonna add to the whole look. And then I'm going to add a little bit of blush. I shouldn't really be adding blush because the eyes are so dramatic, but whatever. I'm adding this shade right here. This stuff is so pigmented, like a little goes a long way. Okay, so if you feel like you've put on too much blush, just go in with your powder brush and blend. Actually, this is a full face, okay, full glam with no foundation. So blush it's very much welcome. Okay, and then I'm going to set my face, the Hyaluronic Fix from Makeup Revolution. I don't think I'm gonna add any highlight, which is weird, but I'm kind of feeling the matte look. So I'll just put like a little bit of highlight on my Cupid's bow. Just a bit. And then the rest. And a little bit on the tip of my nose. Okay, and then I'm just going to deepen, or darken rather, my beauty spot. Ooh, my mustache. I need to wax. Then I'm gonna deepen this one as well. This one. Where else? I don't even think you can see it, but whatever, I can see it. Alright guys, so that is it for this full face, full beat, full glam, flawless face makeup with no foundation. If you liked the video, make sure to like the video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And turn on your post notifications so you know every time I upload a new video. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.